You do not want to miss next week. Everyone knows it's CPI and Jerome Powell speaking. This week will literally dictate where the market's going to go going forward, probably into the first quarter or second quarter. Although I always say the market's forward looking, so and that is why I also think it's going to be a sell the news type of event. So yes, even if the Fed does quote unquote pivot and slow down the rate hikes, which they probably will on Wednesday, I believe, I still think that the market is going to sell off because the underlying economic conditions are still not good. And again, I'm always about TA first, and there is one level that I literally think that unless we could get past it, we are not going up anytime soon unless, again, we do get past it. The level I'm talking about, and again, I have never changed my macro view on the market. And I will show you guys that I have not. And if you watch the prior videos, I have not. But here, and actually I'm gonna have to, I never really draw on this one because it's literally the same thing over and over. But again, we have rejected this long-term trend line. This trend line goes back all the way back to when we dumped heavy. So for us to have any bullish momentum, I think we have to go above that. But we have once again rejected, and I do think a new leg is coming out for the downside. So if we look, each time it has dropped pretty drastically. I think we're going to get the same. And in terms of Elliott wave, and again, let me show you guys that I have never ever changed my view on this. Just to go to the macro watch list. This was us saying that I'm going to just keep this here because I want everyone to be aware of the macro conditions as well as us trading every single day. So this was posted. It's the same exact chart. You can even see the level here is 4087. Oops, I guess not. But let me see. What the fuck? 10-2. Let's see. 4087. Probably changed it some. Oh, probably changed it. I don't know why. Whatever. Anyways, if you check here, this is literally my projection. Oh, I probably changed it after this. Sorry. 4087. It rejected that level, came back down, and here we are for the downside. Then I changed the projection again so that people are seeing what's going to happen next. And when we were here, I said that we are going to go back up to this 406. Oh, okay, there we go, 4060, because I changed it. 4060, it'll go back up here, probably retest that trend line and come back down. Here is my long-term roadmap. I think the 0.61 would be enough to stop it. Although it ended up getting stopped at this trend line resistance. But again, we said it was going to go back up, which it did. And now I think the downside is to come. So if in terms of Elliott wave downside, I would think that we should at least head to this 370. Usually wave 3 brings you to the 1.61 extension, which would be around here. And if we were to draw a level, this would be the level that literally coincides with the 1.61 extension. So I'm actually going to post this in my long-term watch list probably after this video. But this is where I think that the market will end up within, it's hard to really time the market, but probably within the next 2 months or so, even this month, because we know how volatile the market has been. Another thing that I have been watching, and this is why I say always trade with the right tools, is there was a $10 million golden put sweep that the member has told me. So I believe it was Armin that said it. 12-8. He was like, look at the chat, look at the chat. There's a golden QQQ put. Um, Microsoft golden call China. This is yesterday, is not here. Because it was the day before yesterday. That, look, there we go. $10 million, 12/8. Today's the 10th. So that was Thursday. And again, on Friday, which was yesterday, we dumped. Actually, let me save this first. There we go to the short-term chart. Yesterday we dumped, and actually you can still see it here because today's Saturday. We dumped 30 points. And this is why I say trade with the right tools, because this came in at 3:30 on 12/8, which was Thursday. And we knew that the market was going to dump. We knew it was going to be choppy because next week is the main catalyst. So this week and probably on Monday will be choppy. It ended up dumping. It came right into our supply level, as you see in our watch list. So if you guys want these sorts of watch lists, because again, these videos are done every week. If you want intraday watch lists or alerts, where we did alert puts and Apple puts and Netflix puts showing exactly what we are going to do. Here, for example, Apple, we were looking for a target here at 142.99, and it literally came right down into our level, 142.99 right here. It was 142.95. We took profits on Apple and Netflix as well, as you can see, and we are currently swinging puts for the overall market, and I will probably add more if we do bounce a little on Monday. However, this is where I see the market gonna go for at least the next few days. These are the only two levels I'm watching. This level again was posted prior to it even tagging. I tagged, then it dumped. Now I'm waiting for it to tag this level at 3942. However, I think there is a possibility that we just completely dump, especially if we gap down. But the main catalyst remains on Wednesday and Tuesday. Actually, Tuesday CPI, Wednesday is Jerome Powell's speech. So if we completely lose everything, underneath 3942, the only thing I have for us to go to is the 3772 level, which was the huge pump after pivot rumors came out, I believe. So if that level fails to hold right here, which it will probably hold until Tuesday, probably hit this on Monday and bounce up a little so we could short it again. I think ultimately we will hit this 377, which again, I believe our macro projection for the 1.61 is at, what level was it? 370. So it probably hit around here, come back up, and then continue its first wave of this, and then rebound a little, and then a huge downside. I'm still waiting for the capitulation. I think the market's gonna just go crazy and just shit the bed. There's nothing good about the market currently, so I am extremely bearish as of right now. Again, for the intraday levels, you're looking at that level that I told you guys in the prior chart. A little longer term would be this 1.61, 370, 377. But they, okay, they changed this back. Oh no, they didn't. So yeah, this 3968 level. Oh, I gotta update the charts again, because they recently rolled the contracts over. So that's why you're seeing a 30-point difference in between this ES and ES1. Right now, this one's at 3968, whereas this one's 3936. But just factor in that 30-point difference. I'm probably gonna change this up, but kind of sucks because it's nice to see how everything's been playing out. But that's basically it. If you guys want alerts, again, visit chancetrades.com. All the prices are going up at the end of this year. So this $1,500 lifetime deal, that's at least probably going to around $3,000 each, and all of this is probably going to go up. This one, the monthly one's probably going to go up to around 80 or 100. I'm not too sure yet. Same with callsorputs.com. And again, I always say trade with the right tools. Literally, there's a We just started this like spreadsheet because the members were wondering like if there's a possibility to track it, and it's currently up. I think total up right now is win percentage is 72, and average is 17.52%. So I think this is very cool that the members are doing this themselves, and the gains are here to speak. I have nothing to do with that specific chart, um, but trade with the right tools. You don't want to be cheap on yourself when you have the opportunity to make a lot of money. And that's why we are expensive. Again, unusual whales or flow algo or cheddar flow, they're all cheap. And I'm not saying that they're bad platforms, because technically speaking, you can do good as long as you know how to filter out the data, but we filter it out for you. If you look at our callerputs.com platform, just looking at the golden sweeps, there's 3 pages. 3 pages of 30. So that's 90 sweeps out of a total. If I go to all activity, there's 296 pages. So that's around 300 times 30. That's boom, 300 times 3,000, 9,000 sweeps versus 90 sweeps. So that's like what? That's not even 10%. That's 1% of sweeps fit into our golden sweep category. Whereas all of these other ones, you could probably find a lot. There's a difference to it, and that's why it's expensive, because I use it and I am a trader myself. I don't know if they trade, but again, you could be successful with that, but that's what makes us different, and that's what makes us a little more expensive. And if you're making money, there's really no reason for you to not be able to spend this type of money on things that can make you a more successful trader. And if I were to go to, let's say, trades, literally, you could go into trade. I just started using TradeZilla, which is pretty cool because I could find out what exactly is going on. December, again, I have scaled down a lot, which is why you see these lower 4-figure numbers compared to like September. I think I had a very good month here where I made $41,000. I lost a lot on October, and that's why I was like, you know what, let me just slow down a bit, because I was finding out that I'm down on Monday and Fridays a lot, as you can see in November. I believe I was still up for November, to be honest. Total P&L is 758. But this was really just me moderating and finding out what exactly I did wrong. In December, I'm currently up $3,300. Although some of the trades in here was due to me just testing stuff out. So one red Friday here, as you can see, but they're very minimal compared to the other ones. And to be honest, Friday was actually a green day. I don't know. I guess because it's open, because I'm swinging it. It marked this as a red day. So anyways, trade with the right tools. Proof is there. The proof is in the members and the way they're talking about my platform. These are the winning trades. This guy made $7,000 in a day. The other day he made freaking $10,000. GTLB, this was a golden sweep from callerputs.com. AMAT, callerputs.com, 27%. MDB, I took this myself. If you guys watch me on social media, we all took this together. But yeah, come join the group.